Hi everyone, so in this video we're going to go over how to add a physical product on WooCommerce. Physical products being products that you would need to ship out, that people can use, can essentially hold a tangible product essentially. So once WooCommerce is set up, installed, what you want to do is go into the WooCommerce tab and you want to go into the products tab here. And this will essentially show you all of the products that you currently have on your dashboard. So you don't have one, so it'll be empty when you first start, but essentially as you keep adding products, they'll all be shown here, including any products that are drafts and not ready to be sold yet. It'll show up here. So what you want to do is just click into create product. And you can see the back end of the product set up here. So you've got the product name, you've got the sort of product description, then you've got the actual product data fields here where you'll type in all of the sort of product attributes, things like that. Then you've got product short description, and then you've got a space for images and categories and tags as well. So the first thing that you want to do is add a new the new product's name, and it can be men's t-shirt, for example. Or it can be a bit more of a simple product like a wool hat. So you have the product name here, and the product URL will also be made up of the name just here. So you can edit that like a normal kind of blog post, or you can just keep it the way it is. And then within here is the actual product description. So the main product description that's gonna describe the product and essentially sell the product. So depending on what theme that you use, it'll display that way. So if the theme that you're using shows the description, then it'll show the description. If not, then it'll just show the title. So it depends on what theme you use, but essentially if the theme that you're using will show the product description, you'll need to add a product description. And most of the WooCommerce compatible ones will show the product description as well. And then you can scroll down and then add something called the product short description. So this is something, it's usually shown, it can be shown on the product page, but it can also be shown on the shop page and any catalog pages. It's just a quick short description to describe what the product is, but then also kind of entice the user to kind of click more and read more basically. So just a smaller box than the first one, and you would just type in sort of like a few words as well. And both with the short description and the long description, you can add media within the text. It is a rich WYSIWYG. However, with the short description, I recommend just adding in a few words, so as not to take up so much space. It's likely this will be used for like a product listing, and so they'll be amongst other products as well. You don't want to add any images to take up too much space. Same with this, it's better just to keep it simple and not add any images or anything like that. As again, you have space for like product images and gallery images. You can take the opportunity to bold text and add any bullet point lists and any other relevant information, but you do have the option to add sort of media if you wanted to. This does work like a normal kind of WYSIWYG editor. The next thing then is to add maybe some product images and product galleries. So you do have the option to have multiple images for one product, which I think would be a really good thing for physical products, especially for things like clothes, where people will need a really good idea of what they're buying before they buy. So having as many images as possible would be ideal essentially. So to add a new product image, you just want to click set product image, and this is essentially like the featured image. It's the main image that will be associated with the product. If there's a product being listed elsewhere, if this product is being listed elsewhere on the site, they'll use this product image as the main image, and then they'll show the product gallery images on the actual product page. So you want to make sure that the image that you're using here showcases the product nicely. It isn't like a weird side angle or anything like that. Yeah, just a normal kind of forward-facing picture of the product. So once you click on set product image, you can either choose an image from the media library, or you can upload your own image as well. So we'll just quickly upload an image. You can see that's uploaded now. And then we can add multiple images to the gallery as well. So you can select images that's already been uploaded, and then you just want to click on all of them. To select multiple one, you want to hold down the Control button on Windows or Command button if you're on Mac. But essentially, you want to hold that down and select all the images that you want, and then just click Add to Gallery, and then you've got the gallery images set here. And the next thing then is product categories. So you can use this to organize your products by whatever it is they need to be organized by. If it's clothing that you're selling, then you can categorize by clothing type, like t-shirts, jumpers, things like that, men's, women's, whatever. This will allow you to set filters later on down the line, or you can set sort of category pages as well, to kind of help organize your products a bit. So if you wanted to add a product or a category, you would just click on the Add New Category button, and then just type in the category name. We'll do men's and women's. And you can add products to more than one category, so by just selecting them. If you wanted to just add them to one, obviously you just want to unselect one of them. And you can have the option to add something called parent categories. So if you wanted to, if there's a subcategory within men's, women's, so for example, if you wanted to have hats under the women's category, you would just type in the category name for the hats, and then you would just select women's as the parent category, and then just click Add New Category, and you can see that now is set underneath women's, so it's now a parent category of women's, just for further organization essentially. And you can assign it to both of those categories, or you can assign it to just one. It's all about how you want to organize it later on. And then you can also set product tags as well. So you just type in the tag name, and then just click enter to add. And the more you add, obviously, the more it'll kind of add itself, and you can sort of choose from the most common used tags essentially. Once the tags are added, then you can finally start getting into the actual product data. So the first thing you want to select is what kind of product it is. So by default, you have the simple product setup. So with that, you just want to select this if it's a simple product. What that means is the product has no kind of variations, as in they don't need to select a size, they don't need to select a color or anything like that. That product is exactly how it's described, exactly how it is. There's no kind of additional choices that they have essentially. So you want to select simple product for this one. And then you want to set the pricing. So you've got the regular price, and then you've got the sale price. So you want to always type in a regular price. So this is the general price of the product, whatever it is that you're selling it for. And later on, if you decide you want to put this on sale, you can give it a sale price. By default, it will need to be obviously less than what you put in as the regular price. It won't let you put anything more than what we set as the regular price. And what's really handy is that you have this option to schedule the sale price. So if you know that it's meant to go on sale during a certain day, so for example, if it's like for Christmas, you can set the exact dates it's meant to go on sale for. And that way you don't need to make sure then you have to set up the sale pricing on that day. You can just set it up whenever you want, and then automatically it'll use the sale price from the start date and go back to the regular price on the end date. So you do have that option if you wanted to, and if not, you can just cancel it. Next thing then is the inventory. So you can add an SKU number, and this will just help you identify products. It's something that you can purchase later on down the line, but if you did need to add an SKU number, you would add it here. Next thing then is the stock levels. So depending on how you've set it up in the general settings, you can manage stock at stock level. So if you have that enabled, you can give an actual stock quantity. So for example, if you set 50, then WooCommerce will know not to sell more than 50 of those. So it'll track how many of times this product is being bought, and if it's hit 50, then it'll show out of stock, and then you won't be able to purchase more of those unless you do something called allow back orders. So essentially, you can accept new products, new orders on this after it's gone past the out of stock limit. But you can also set it so allow but notify customers, so customers know they're ordering something on back order. That way they know they might not be able to receive it as quickly as they had thought. So you can decide if you want to allow back orders or not. And next thing then is low stock threshold. So this is something that you can set site-wide in the settings, as I showed you in a previous video. So it shows you here. So right for this example, these store-wide threshold is 10. So when this product hits 10, you'll get notified that this product is at low stock. However, you can change it per product. So if I were to type in 12 here, it'll overwrite that, and then for this product only, it'll use 12 as the low stock threshold. If you leave it blank, you'll just use the store-wide one that we set in the settings. The other thing you can do is you can sell products individually. So limit purchases to 1 item per order, as in this product can only be purchased 1 time per order. If it is a popular item and you're wanting people to, as many people to be able to buy it as possible, then you might want to set that. If you're not, if you're happy enough for people to buy as many as they want, then you would just leave that as is. If you didn't want to manage stock at stock level, then it'll just show in stock, out of stock, or on back order as the quantity status, essentially. Next thing then is the shipping. So you can set something called the weight and dimensions data. So this will be good for products that are particularly heavy and you want to charge a little bit more for that product, or if you are wanting to set up shipping rules by weight, then or by the size of the product, then you can do that, but you would need to set in the dimensions here or the weight here. And then the other thing then is the shipping class. What that means is you can assign shipping classes to certain products. So shipping class is essentially a set of rules that you would create in the shipping sections in WooCommerce, and whenever you add that class to a product, then the product will use those rules as their shipping rules. Next thing then is the linked products. So these are things like upsells and cross-sells. Upsells are essentially products that you will recommend instead of the product that they are currently looking at. So if you have, for example, this product here, but you have maybe a more expensive version of this product, when people are looking at this product, it'll show on the product page something like related items or similar items. It'll show as a section on its own a more sort of expensive option or a better option whenever you type in a product in the upsell section. So it's a way to kind of get customers to buy more, essentially. And again, depending on what theme you're using, not all themes will show related products or upsell products. So it's up to you if you end up using that or not, but essentially that's what it's for. If you want to essentially encourage customers to buy a bit more of an expensive version of a product, then you just want to click on that and then type in the name of the product, and that'll be used as an upsell. Cross-sells are things or products that you want people to buy in conjunction with the product that they are currently buying. So for example, in this example, people are buying a hat. Maybe you want to suggest to them to buy some gloves or a scarf as well. So it's not that they're buying a better version, they're just buying more products to go with what they've already decided to buy. And again, this just depends on what theme you're using, but this is usually shown in the cart page. So just before they're about to check out, it'll show them on the cart page, why not try this product and this product, and sort of encourage them to spend a bit more money, essentially. So you just want to search for the product just by typing in the name, and then it'll come up here. Next thing then is the attribute. So this is mainly used for variable products. So essentially with variable products, it just means then with the product, there's different versions of it. So in terms of like maybe color, maybe there's different colors of that product, maybe there's different sizes. Those things are called attributes, and then you would add them here. For this example, we're just setting up a simple product. So we'll leave this one as is for now. Next thing then is the advanced, and this is where you can add something called a purchase note. And this is essentially a message that a customer will see after they've purchased the product. This can be things like cleaning instructions, how to care for the product, and they'll be able to see that within the checkout page after they've successfully bought the product. In the Get More Options tab, this is essentially where you can buy some extensions. It's essentially extra plugins that you can buy to kind of expand on the functionality of WooCommerce. Things like letting customers pay what they want, if you want to accept donations, entering minimum and maximum quantities so that people can buy a certain amount, or they have to buy a certain amount, or they can't buy over a certain amount, things like that. So that's all found under the Get More options. When you're done and you're happy with everything, you just want to click publish, and that'll be your product saved, live, ready for purchase. Within this publish tab, so similar to if you were publishing a blog, you can set the status to publish, or if you're not ready for it to be published yet, you can set it as a draft. You can also change something called the catalog visibility. So you can essentially change which shop pages these products will be listed on. So by default, it'll be shown in the shop and search results. You can also decide if it should only be found in the shop page, only be found in the search results page, or hidden. This means it won't appear on the shop or search results page. And when you're done, you just click OK and then just click update. And that's it. So that's how you set up a simple product. You can see you've got the images here, the gallery here. This will look different depending on again what theme that you use, but essentially that is your product here, with all of the information that we've selected. In the next video, we'll go over how to add a variable product. Thanks, bye.